Good morning, it's Monday morning, and in this video you're going to see a realistic view of what it looks like as I go through the card deck. I set up using my index card planning system last week on a video actually about planning out the holidays. I planned out the month earlier, I think at the end of October. There's a video for that too. And so I haven't gone in and touched my cards yet. Each day I shuffle them, but I haven't sat down and spent like a full hour or anything to figure out exactly what we're doing this week. I'm just going with whatever is being shuffled. That's the nice thing about these cards, is that it's not a Sunday night and I'm sitting down and trying to decide what it is that I have to do for the week. All of this was already set up. I did not touch it at all before Monday. I sat down and just got to work. So that's really what you do. You set aside some time each month to go over upcoming dates. You look at your annual, seasonal, monthly cards that have been set in front of your monthly divider, and then you place them throughout the month in front of date dividers. And then you shuffle cards as you go. So as you get to them, you're either shuffling it to the next day, or you're shuffling it to the next week or the next month. You're not trying to remember when it was that you did something last. Of course, you can do all of this electronically too using Google Calendar. I prefer the index card method because it's something tactile, it's something I can touch and feel, and it gives me a sense of control and reduces my anxiety just by being able to feel it and shuffle those cards. It also keeps me away from my phone, which I really appreciate. I'm not getting any kind of notification saying you need to do this. It's all very much self-led. Now, going through the cards, there's a few that I wasn't going to get to in the next few days. For the items you do get to, like the gratitude tree here for my card deck, you're able to go ahead and participate in the activity and then shuffle it to the next time that you want to do it. And in my case, for Thanksgiving, you would then shuffle it in front of the monthly divider for November. When it comes back up to November in the next year, you already know those traditional activities that you want to make sure that you take part in. Another thing you can see me do is set aside time blocks. So for this specific one, we're looking at completing the 3x5 Thanksgiving card set for the Etsy shop. I went ahead and placed the index card directly on top of the card deck, so that was the one activity for that time block that I was focused on. Each time block can have a different category. So for example, there could be a work category, there could be a cleaning category, kids, personal activity, exercise, that type of thing. You're doing a block of time and deciding what activities go into that little bucket. My time blocks, if I'm feeling really busy or worried about trying to fit everything in, I'll block time out using Google Calendar and just choosing a color category that's a little bit muted and putting it on its own calendar. You could also time block using a physical calendar or even a print sheet. I have a free download of time blocks, or you call that an hourly layout, and you can highlight the different areas that you're putting your time blocks. Other time blocks for me in that day were cleaning. On Mondays, I do a lot of water-based activities, so I cleaned the windows and mirrors inside and outside of the boat. I also washed the floors, and then I went back and did some more work-type bucket activities. This is me picking out music for upcoming videos, looking at all the different holiday tracks that they have. And I use some of them in my shopping guide video. Now, on the end of that day, on the end of Monday, I went ahead and included that memory that I have there. That's on the 20th date divider. So at the end of the day of November 20th, I took the date divider and then I shuffled it behind the 19 date divider, the date divider with the number 19 on it. It's also in front of the monthly divider of December. So the next time I see that 19 divider, it's going to be the 19th of December. I don't know why I keep saying the 19th. I think it was because it was my anniversary on that date, but the example that we're looking at right now is using the 20th. But you get what I'm saying. So it's all just shuffled. You don't have to do any type of setup when it comes to the 20th of December. It's all going to be right there. All of those activities that were set up for Mondays that I completed or even didn't get to are then shuffled to the following Monday's date divider. In order to decide what date divider that was, I just used that monthly card in there as a cheat sheet to know which date is coming up on a Monday. I have the cards in my bag. Let's just do a quick review on what we got done. I filmed the gift guide. I just got done filming my gift guide video, and so now I'm going to make lunch. Shane just got back, my husband, and I'm going to make cranberry sauce. That is in the process. I was trying to put this out on Wednesday, which is tomorrow. Got the 4x6 versions of the cards. I think are just going to have to wait until Friday to be focused on. And the shorts, I really should make some shorts this week, and I think I'll do that on the Ferry tomorrow, so I'm going to shuffle those in front of those dates. How to Plan Weekly Using Index Cards is coming out on Saturday, and that's what I'm filming now. So I'm getting that done. That's a good reminder to just film my day. And then the monetization options, I already reviewed this. I just have been keeping it with that card for the gift guide because I'm using a lot of affiliate links within it. So I cleaned the bathroom, the drawers and cabinets, the countertops, toilets, floor, all of the bathroom, and it took me like 20 minutes. Sorry. It's really small though. I did not vacuum for the day, which is like one of my favorite things to get started, but I had off routine morning, so I'll do that later. Did afternoon dishes. I'll clean out the car when we leave, and that's just wiping things down and making sure that we've taken everything out of it. Then tonight I spot mop. I do bedtime routine, review and prep tomorrow, charge and prepare devices, and the laundry I'm going to do later too. So those are like things that are being shuffled. The laundry I was going to do yesterday and I moved to today because we're traveling. I want what we're wearing, what the kids are wearing now to go into it. I know, but we just don't own that many clothes. So deep cleaning my kitchen I've decided is cleaning out and organizing the kitchen cabinets and drawers. I did the afternoon dishes so I could do that when I got back. After this, I'm taking my son and we're gonna look for the hostess gifts. I'm making most of it, but I wanna get some local wine for our moms and upgrading the fall wardrobe. I just wanna pick out something to wear that isn't a sweatshirt for dinner. And then donating the items. I already have everything all set. I just have to put it in the back of the car for taking to the mainland. So that was a look at my Tuesday. Now we're on to Wednesday. Again, this is a weird week because it was Thanksgiving. So I know I said it's a realistic look at a weekly use of the card deck, but I still did have to get a lot of stuff done, even though it was time off for the kids and for Shane, or my husband. So here's Wednesday morning and I'm back in my card deck. I write my memory down for the 21st, which was that Tuesday. And then I review the daily cards. I really like going through these cards just to make sure that I'm setting my mind up for success, reminding myself of my goals, the things that I want to achieve, where I want to go in the future. So I make sure that I'm in the right frame of mind. That's using the vision board card and affirmation cards, and I have a YouTube short that talks about how I set those up. Now here's a good example of why I really like this pre-decided card deck. So I talked a little bit about not being able to get to things, and this is one card that I would have easily passed off had I not had it right there for me to get to, and that was that spa and breathing space. I ended up combining them into the sauna, and I prioritized that. Even though I had so many other things I needed to do, I knew I needed to make sure that I felt calm for the rest of the weekend, so I went ahead and got that done. And there's a lot of holiday cards that are coming up in December that I'm excited to go through with you for the plan with me in December. I also have, like I said, that holiday video where I set it up back a couple weeks ago. I took some time to make sure that I had an idea of what the gift list was when we were going to the mainland. We have some shipping issues on the island and I don't want to add to that. So I really tried to get as many gifts there as possible that I didn't want to buy by shopping locally. Now here's me again shuffling cards that I didn't think I was going to get to or didn't need to get to the following week. Out of all the cards that I usually do on Wednesdays, which is that administrative day for me, the one that I'm focused the most on is the menu plan. So before I left for the sauna, I made sure that I got a big chunk of that done. I also had to pack too, which I don't have a card for. Yet, I was able to get it done. So the menu plan looks a little bit different. I'm using the inventory sheet that I've customized for myself. I include this as a copy in the Just Get Started card deck. The inventory sheet is great for me personally because I am on a boat on an island, like I said, and I need to go to the mainland to save money on food. I don't want to write out a list of all the things that I need necessarily, because the point isn't to get every item, it's to get the items that I'm going to save money on. And I think this is kind of helpful as far as planning a menu to begin with, where you're not sitting at home looking at recipes. You're in the grocery store and seeing what's on sale or even what's available in some cases, and then determining your menu plan off of that. What I was doing for the inventory was going through all of our lockers and writing down what it was that I had on hand. That way I'm not purchasing duplicates of things or buying too many of one product. Over the years, I've played so many games as far as grocery shopping goes when it comes to saving money. I'm sure you've done the same thing. On the ferry, I ended up editing the video some more. Like I said, I didn't get to finish it the night before. Sometimes videos take me a lot longer to make, especially videos like that one where I was really unhappy with what it was that I recorded. I didn't like the look of it. I didn't like the flow. So I had to do a lot of editing to try and tell a better story. I'm still working on becoming a better YouTuber, but I've realized the number one most important thing, and you hear this, so it almost feels cliche. You hear this a lot from people that are successful, but the most time that you should spend on a video is in the pre-production, deciding what shots you need, where your story's going. I mean, that makes everything so much easier. And the videos that I really like are all ones where I've done that. When we got to the mainland, one of the things we were most excited about was this frozen pizza because our oven doesn't fit frozen pizza in it. Still at my parents' house. We had a really nice Thanksgiving, and today I'm just helping my mom set up her card deck. She's a small business owner. She owns Alki Active and creates a hip hugger that she sells on Amazon, and they're doing quite well. So she's creating some content for people that use her hip hugger. She's going to use the card deck for planning out her videos, deciding topics and when she's going to put them up and where and that type of thing. I'm cutting out her card deck for her and she'll set it up herself. Last night I did a video. I made sure I got it up. I wanted it to go out on Wednesday. Well, it took me a long time to make that video in little spurts too, just because we had 2 days basically of the week, and you probably felt this too. 2 days of the week, then it was a travel day, and then it was Thanksgiving. So I've just done like spurts. Having everything like planned and having purpose, I made sure that I got it done rather than putting it off for the weekend. So I stayed up until a very late hour, or very early hour, however you want to see it, and made sure I got it up. It definitely didn't do as well as the video before, but I knew that. I haven't gone into my card deck since Wednesday night, so I'm gonna go in that in just a second. On the mainland, we were able to get our oil done, which is a card that's in the card deck that reminds us when to do it. I did have to do some like quick mental math to decide when it was that I needed to get it done next, and then I just shuffled that in front of the month that I wanted to take care of it. So I won't think about the oil change again until that monthly divider pops up. We were also able to donate some goods that we didn't need anymore, and I went through some of the cards that I needed to take care of the next day. The next day was the end of our big mainland extravaganza and the end of the menu plan card for me, where I was actually going to the shops and making sure that the things were purchased. We did Trader Joe's, Costco, and Target. And at Target, I have to say, I don't get this. I think this is so sad that everything is locked up. Is Target like this where you are? We were also able to take care of our optometrist appointments, and I got a Starbucks. And overall, we had an awesome Thanksgiving weekend, and I hope this weekly trip down my card usage for this odd Thanksgiving week was helpful. I have another video coming up for Plan With Me for December, which I think will also be helpful because that really shows you where I'm setting the plan, and then each week I just execute it.